Hi, we're going to take a look at homework problems in Chapter 8. So we're going to go ahead and click on Chapter 8. And first problem. In a study of 12,000 car crashes, it was found that 6,048 of them occurred within 5 miles of home. Use a 0.01 significance level to test the claim that more than 50% of them occurred within 5 miles from home. Remember that your null hypothesis is always equality. In this particular case, the claim is that it's more than 50%. You're going to need this bit of information as you begin working in StatCrunch. So we're going to go ahead and click on StatCrunch. And we're going to recognize that this problem was about proportions. The number of successes, or in this case the accidents that we were looking at, was 6,048 out of 12,000. And then you will notice carefully here that we had this set at 0.50, and this one needs to be greater than 0.50 because the claim is that more than 50% are in that category. And we click Compute. This is our computed t statistic. This is our computed p-value. Remember that in order to determine whether we reject HO or not, this p-value would be compared to our significance level. If the p is low, the null will go. So if the p-value 19% is less than 1%, we would reject HO. In this particular case, of course, it's not, so we do not reject HO, which means the standard of it being 50% stays. So we're going to take a look at a different question here. Okay. This particular one has to do with quarters currently minted with weights having a mean of 5.324 and standard deviation of 0.067. And new equipment is being tested to improve quality by reducing variation. Okay, we have a sample of 29 quarters. They're obtained from the new equipment. They have a standard deviation of 0.043. You're going to use the 0.05 significance level to test the claim that they have a weight with a standard deviation less than 0.067. Does the new equipment appear to be effective in reducing the variation of weight? So again, we're looking at a problem having to do with variation. So you're going to click on Statistics, Variance Statistics, and we're going to go ahead and enter our information. Just like you did in Chapter 7, you need to keep in mind that this is asking for sample variance, not sample standard deviation. This particular problem, your sample standard deviation is 0.043. So you're going to square that, and in this box you're going to enter 0.001849. Our sample size was 29 quarters. The hypothesis test is that the claim is that the weights are less than 0.067. However, again, in here, it's talking about variance. So you need to use your calculator, square the 0.067, and enter that value in. So 0.004489. And we're saying here that it's less than that amount. And we're going ahead and click Compute. Our p-value here is 0.0026. We're going to go back and take a look at the alpha level in this problem is 0.05. So we're comparing a 0.26% with less than 5%. So the answer is yes. We're going to reject HO and assume HA. The third type of problem that's in this chapter is the one where we're testing the mean, and we're going to be using a t-test. This particular problem already has a result printed out for you from another software package. However, I'm just going to click through it in StatCrunch to show you quickly how to do this. So again, you're testing the mean. You're using sample data only, which means you're going to be doing a t-test. So we're going to go ahead and click on t-test. We're going to enter the sample mean, the sample standard deviation, and the sample size. The sample mean was 5.27. The standard deviation, 0.56. The sample size, 49 adults. And the claim is that the average is less than 5.4. So here we have a claim that the standard is that it is equal to 5.4 and the alternative is that it's less than 5.4. So we're going to go ahead and click compute. Now these values should correlate with the ones that they already gave us from the other software. So if you look here, you see your t-value. It does match the t-value up here. P-value 0.0554 matches the p-value 0.0554. So you know that you did these correctly. Now let's take a look at this. This is p-value 0.0554. Our alpha level is 0.05. This is 5.54%. This is 5%. This is not less. The p-value is greater than the significance level. So in this particular problem, you would fail to reject HO.